Hey subscribers, I haven't done a video in about 3 days because lately I've just been, really tired, and I've been trying to put the videos on here, but it's just the way that the videos are being posted online is they aren't being posted like they used to. Like, I don't have time to watch the wrestling shows when they normally air at times, so I go online to watch them. And the place where I go online to watch them isn't posting the videos like they used to, so I have to go to the Google results to see what happens, but that isn't the same as watching a video what happened. So it's kind of different. That's the way it was for this TNA review, because the video I watched, the the sound kept cutting out every 6 or 7 minutes of the TNA. So some of the parts I missed, so I had to go to Google results to find out all the stuff that I missed, which probably what I'll mostly be doing, because the Raw video is being messed up now in TNA, and Superstars isn't being posted on Thursday. Now it's being posted on Sunday by WWE. So all the videos are just messed up. So I may just have to go to the Google results and do it, since all the videos have been messed up online. But I don't remember my last TNA video. I was sick, but a week later I feel fine now. This was a good TNA. What was the date for this is my TNA review for September 27th, 2012. It was Championship Thursday, and it took place in Orlando, Florida. Basically, I'm just gonna. I remember my last TNA review was kind of long, so I'm just gonna try to keep this one short. If I can only have 5 pages of stuff, which I guess normally I used to have 4. So basically Hulk Hogan opens the show. He comes out with his black bat. Basically he just promoting Bound for Glory, because Bound for Glory is 3 weeks away, so he's promoting that. Also announces that there will be a new television champion later on that night, and Sting also comes out and basically says that he has Hogan's back and that he will go with Hogan to meet the Aces and Eat. Then let me see, the first official match of the night, we have Angle and Styles. Well, we have Angle with Styles, Chavo with Hernandez, and Daniels with Kazarian. It was a triple threat singles match. It was, must say it was a awesome match to start off the show, because WWE doesn't do stuff like that. They really don't. This was a good match to start off the show. Even though eventually let me see, I want to make sure I have this right job. They end up being ejected. Well, basically, Styles, Kazarian, and Hernandez. Well, not really. Somebody was ejected. I may be getting ahead of myself. Somebody got ejected from this. I don't know. I remember somebody being ejected by the referee, but I can't remember. I wrote it down, but it doesn't make any sense. I think Kazarian, somebody got ejected out of the match. It's between Styles, Kazarian, and Hernandez. Distraction between. No, somebody got ejected. I think it was Hernandez. I think. I don't know. Well, I must say that Chavo and Angle, they were impressive during the match. Really. I couldn't say that for Daniels. To me, I have no idea how he won the match. I really don't. It, I have no idea how he won that match. I would have thought it would have been Angle on Chavo, but somehow Daniels pulled off the win. Um, it was a 6 minute match, and basically, Daniels won with the distraction from Angle and Chavo with their tag team partners. There was a distraction among them, and Daniels was able to pull off the win. Then we have Hogan backstage with four guys. Magnus, Anderson, Samoa Joe, etc. Um, they he had chose these four guys to. They are contenders for the television championship, but Magnus was eliminated because Devon. I'm not sure on what happened because the audio cut out during TNA when I was watching it, but something happened with Devon, so I'm not sure what it is. I could look it up on Google what happened, but Devon is going to be out basically. I guess, and I'm assuming. So we need a new television champ, and that will come later on in a review who won that. Also, we have Brooke backstage. Basically, you remember last week, Tara, she called out the lady who works. I guess she's a ring announcer on the side. She used to be a former TNA Knockout, from my knowledge. She called her into the ring and asked her who her favorite TNA Knockout was. She said Miss Tessmacher, and Tara didn't like that, so she attacked her. And Brooke said that she was going to have consequences to face because of her actions. So this week, she's supposed to Tara was supposed to meet with Brooke backstage. Apparently, she was late, but instead of talking to Brooke, Tara was too busy on her phone. Brooke telling her to go get ready for her match, and Brooke walks off with Tara's phone. And the next match was TNA Knockout. Tara versus ODB. This is basically a number one contenders match. I mean, basically, whoever wins this match will face Miss Tessmacher at Bound for Glory, which is 3 weeks away. I'm getting confused because WWE Hell in a Cell, I think, is 2 weeks away. I think WWE is 2 weeks away. Yeah, I think it is. But ODB dominates throughout the whole match. I mean, Miss Tara, she barely got a punch in. ODB was just on her, cause she hasn't been in the ring for a while. So her first match back within a couple of weeks. I mean, she really destroyed Tara. And I must say, this was like 8 minutes. I mean, to me, this is a long knockout, TNA knockout match because on WWE gives their divas like 2 or 3 minutes in a match. This is like 8 minutes. So, I mean, this is good because TNA gives its divas, or knockouts, I should say, knockouts, TV time. WWE doesn't do that. They get like 1 or 2 minutes. And that's including their entrance. Like their matches are 2 or 3 minutes. I like that TNA gives the TNA knockouts almost as much time as the guys. WWE doesn't do that. That's probably why they're starting to suck right now. But Tara hurt her knee during the match. And you would have thought that would have been a disadvantage. But she was able to roll up ODB and get a win. Which was shocking. Very shocking. But She pulled off the win, so you know, it is what it is. So she doesn't have any injury. Hopefully, it will be um gets healed, or she will be recovered within 3 weeks before Bound for Glory, so she can face Miss Tessmacher. Hopefully, her knee heals together. Then we have Bobby Roode and Austin Aries talking backstage. Basically, Bobby Roode is really trying to suck up to Austin Aries. I mean, it really ain't too much or nothing. They weren't really talking about nothing, basically saying good luck and stuff like that. Then we back out to the arena. We have Samoa Joe. Hogan finally decided between Samoa Joe and excuse me, Samoa Joe and Anderson for the television TV champ. Like I said, it was a good match. It was nice to see Anderson. Every time I see Anderson, I want to say Mr. Kennedy because that's what I know him for. He was in WWE for like, I don't even remember how long he was in WWE as Mr. Kennedy. I want to say 2.5 to 3 years, Mr. Kennedy. He was there at least 2 years. I don't even remember. He didn't even. Obviously, if I can't remember, then he didn't do too good there, obviously. But it was nice to see Mr. Anderson again because he hadn't been there for like a month in action. This was like a 10-minute match. I must say that Samoa Joe, he is very impressive and he moves very quick for a guy his size. I mean, that one kick that he did on Mr. Anderson was just wow. If you saw it during the match, like a guy his size can move around the ring that quickly, that's just amazing. And I must admit that Mr. Anderson did put up a good fight. He was a good competition. He was a good competitor. But Samoa Joe pulled out the win in the end. And he is the new television champion, which is good. So let's see what next week's hold for him. Let's see how long he is the television champ. And then I must say I like this Aces and Ace storyline. I know I said that probably in my last 4 or 5 reviews. I've said that. But this Aces and Ace storyline is so interesting. It's just like it could be longer. They want to give you like 2 or 3 minute of videos, but it could be longer. I like it. It's better than anything WWE has going on right now. Like I must say this. I know my WWE fans will probably dislike me for saying this, but this TNA episode was better than is better than Raw and SmackDown put together. WWE needs to hire some of the TNA writers to write some storylines because it just sucks, you know? And I couldn't ever imagine me saying that WWE sucks. But after watching it for like 10 years, and it's just, when I first started watching, I want to say 2001, 2002. I was like 8 or 9 years old watching it, and it was just up here. And it's like over the years, it's just slowly gone downhill. It's just, I don't know. I like TNA now. It's interesting. I wish TNA did come on twice a week. But the Aces and Eights storyline is good, you know? But I like it. It's better than that AJ and Claire storyline that they had going on. That sucked. But this Aces and Eights storyline is interesting. It makes you want to watch TNA. So I like it, you know? What time is it? 1:06 a.m. Dang. I didn't mean for this video to go that long. What's today? Saturday, yeah. Well, basically, Hogan and Sting Hold up, yeah. I was about to say, did I skip a page? Now, Hulk Hogan and Sting are sprayed in their eyes by this lady. The audio cut out, so I had no idea what she said to him. But and they were sprayed in the eyes, I guess, with some type of, I don't know. It didn't look like pepper spray, but some type of, this lady sprayed. She wanted them to sign something. Then she sprayed them in the eyes, and they had sex, SACKS, put over their head. And they were thrown into the back of a cargo van, basically kidnapped in my eyes. The van drove off, and I'll continue that later on. There's been 15 minutes, so I'm gonna try to get this before, I don't know, this maybe 20, I don't know, 20 minutes. Yeah, I didn't mean for it to be that long. Then we have gut check. You know, the guy last week, dang, I didn't see. No. Yeah, the guy Evan from 18 who was on that last week. The guy who I said he needs some more training. He's 18. He should come back when he's 22 or 24. Obviously, he was basically destroyed. He has the heart to be a wrestler. He just needs some more training. So maybe come back in 2 years or 2 or 4 years. He should be fine. I say 4. I don't even think 2 years could help him. I think he needs to come back when he's 22. Which is around that age when most wrestlers join. He was very young to start anyway. I know Jeff Hardy started young, but that was back in the old days. Now, you know, things have changed. But basically, he was denied a TNA contract. And basically, Hulk Hogan and Sting, you know, they meet with the Aces and Eights, and basically, the Aces and Eights wants Hulk Hogan to choose his 2 best guys, and Aces and Eights will choose their best guys, and they both will face each other at Bound for Glories. So this whole Aces and Eights storyline was building up to Bound for Glory. The 2 best people from TNA and the 2 best people from the Aces and Eights will face at Bound for Glory. So I guess that means after Bound for Glory, the Aces and Eights will be gone, and we will finally find out in 3 weeks who was behind it. But now the question is, what is TNA going to do after Bound for Glory? Once the Aces and Eights storyline is over, you need something else to do. That's interesting. I wonder what TNA would do. I don't know. I guess we gotta wait and see. You know, 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, what happened? I hope TNA doesn't go down. I mean, that Claire and AJ storyline sucked, but this is Aces and Eights storyline is pretty good. But I guess it's going to end in 3 weeks. So what are they going to do after that? You know, we have to wait and see. You know, but basically, if the 2 top guys from TNA win, then we get back Joseph Parks, Abyss brother, who I haven't seen in a long, like 2 months. We get back Joseph Parks, who really isn't important anyway. So really, the Aces and Eights can keep him because nobody really cares about him, really. And if the Aces and Eights guys win, then Aces and Eights get full access to TNA. So I guess they get full access to the arena. I don't think they can take over the company or anything, but they get full access to the arena, which means they probably would be attacking more people. I don't know. But the question is, who are the 2 best guys from TNA? Obviously, you know I'm going to say Jeff Hardy because I'm a Jeff Hardy fan. But I don't know, really. Because it's hard to say because all the good guys are going to be in the match. Because whoever faces them at Bound for Glory isn't going to have a match. Jeff Hardy has a match at Bound for Glory. I think Kurt Angle and AJ Styles have a match at Bound for Glory. I can't really name any other top people other than those 3, really. James Storm, does he have a match at Bound for Glory? I don't remember, really, because I don't follow the shows like that. Like WWE is, it's easy to follow who has a match at which show. They probably said it, but I probably wasn't paying attention. Um, but whoever faces the Aces and Eights don't have a match at Bound for Glory, so you can kind of, by process of elimination, you can kind of figure out who it is. Does RVD was known as TNA? Could he be one of the top two? Who knows? So maybe TNA will lose and Aces and Eights storyline will continue. Since the Aces and Eights will get full access to TNA, they'll continue attacking people. Or maybe they'll lose. Who knows? But we'll have to see. Um, and then let me see. The main event: Hardy and Austin Aries versus Bobby Roode and Ray. I must say, Jeff Hardy, nice green paint, nice green face paint, nice lime green ring attire. Um, it was a good match. It was a great match, I must say. Even though Hardy and Aries, they both had some problems. They both kept tagging each other in out of turn. Normally, the respectful thing to do is wait for your tag team partner to tag you in. Austin and Aries, they didn't wait for their opponent to stick their hand out. Whenever they got close to each other, they would just tag each other in. Basically, how they did it. So there was a lot of tension during the match between Hardy and Aries. But I must say, Bobby Roode and Bully Ray, they were a good team. They were good together. They were a good team. Which you would have thought that they would have won the match. You would have thought that because they worked so good together. And Hardy and Austin Aries, they took a beating, really. I mean, at some point you would have thought they would have lost the match. They weren't beat senseless, but they did take a good beating. But in the end, they pulled off the win. So that's all that matters. As long as you win, that's okay. Jeff Hardy comes back in the end. Excuse me. Cause he comes back in the end, pulls off the Swanton Bomb, 1, 2, 3, wins the match. So even though they took a beat and Hardy and Aries pulled off the win, there's still a lot of tension between Jeff Hardy and Austin Aries. But we just said they're just going to have to settle that before Bound for Glory, And obviously this isn't the last time Hardy and Austin Aries are going to be in the ring. I can guarantee you next week there's going to be even more tension and drama. There probably may be a singles match. Between Hardy and Austin Aries next week. Possible. Do I have... Is that just on the camera? Oh, okay. And then towards the end of the show, at the end of the show, the way the show closes, I think 23 minutes. Hulk Hogan and Stinger dropped off basically in some secluded area. Hulk Hogan had his hand tied behind his back, but Sting was able to unlock him, and he had took Hulk Hogan's bandana off. And Sting and Hogan couldn't do nothing because it looked like the Aces and Eights had a knife in their hand, even though I'm not sure why that was scared Hulk Hogan or Sting, but Hulk Hogan especially. But look, they were doing something like this. I couldn't make it out. It looked like it was a knife to me. And the show goes off like that. So next week, I can't wait to see what happens next week. How in the world are Hulk Hogan and Sting gonna get home? I'm excited to see what happens next week on TNA. I'm really excited. what Hogan and Sting are going to do, and what the Aces and Eights are going to do. But I must say this. This was a good TNA Impact. I give it a 10 out of 10. Even though I've seen other videos and they said this was a worse TNA. This was a bad TNA. You know, to me it was good. Some people would think they sucked, but to me it was good. So I liked it. So I'm really excited to see what happens next week with the Aces and Eights and Hulk Hogan this thing. So this is my review for September the 27th, 2012. October is almost here. Then Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you know. Also, your questions answered part 4 will be up right after this video. Like 5 minutes after this video is up. So if you left me a question on your answer part 3, if you left me a question, it will be answered on your question. Sorry, you have to forgive me. It's 1:17 a.m. so my mind is not together. But if you left me a question on your questions answered part 3, after this video, make sure you go to your questions answered part 4 and you will see me answering your question. If you leave a question on your question answered part 4, next week on your question answered part 5, you'll see me answering your question, if that makes any sense at all. But basically, after this video, I'm going to upload your questions answered part 4. So if you left a question last week, it will be answered in the video right after this video. Right after. I must say that, right after this video. Whew. Oh wow. I did not mean for this video to be almost freaking 30 minutes. I talk too much. Let me see. Oh, if you like this video, you can like it. If you dislike it, you can dislike it. Leave the comments. If it requires a response, you will get a response within 24 hours. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out my channel. Make sure you go to your questions answered part 4, which is going to be uploaded like moments after this video. So make sure you go check it out.